Hopefully a more productive session today in the ITSL League organised by Luis at Basque Mex. We're playing Taher, who is USSR. I'm USA +2. Let's get in, say hello, and get started. Obviously, this one's on a 15-minute delay. Okay, so we're USA. 4-4-2 headline Middle East scoring, and hope to fade socialist government's coup on Italy. Okay, let's plug in my opening hand. Alright, so let's hope they're not holding defectors, otherwise they've got fairly good information. But we'll see how it goes. Exciting times. Okay. So we will headline Middle East scoring. No socialist governments, no NASA, no Vietnam revolts. Arab-Israeli war. Could be worse, might still be bad. No, we got good. So now we need to hope for a failed opening coup on Italy. And then we can try and have a run at Europe. Okay, so they're going for the DEFCON coup drop. Will they go Iran or will they go Italy? Iran. Okay, so we don't want to give up Milops, so we will counter coup Iran with a 3-up card. Big. Big. So we got 2 VP, we got Middle East scoring, we've got our Milops. Now we need to try and press on Europe scoring as well. We need to play into Malaysia, so we'll use US, Japan, ideally, to take France and Malaysia. What do we think here? No, we'll press on Europe, because if they've got de Gaulle, they have to use it. We want to try and capitalise on a fast rush for scoring. If they take Pakistan, we've still got time to take Thailand and some battlegrounds around there. If they've got de Gaulle, we fix with Comecon. So we didn't get purged. How many? 3. We'll try and keep ahead there. And we didn't get purged, which is nice. They must have been afraid of defectors. So that's fine for me. There's a point at which we'll have to give up pressing Asia. And we, of course, are now shy of 3-up cards if they do de Gaulle us. No, 1-up's not going to do it either way. So we'll take Europe scoring now. And now we can use Special Relationship and Cambridge 5 holding Suez for blockade. And now we get to find out the rest of the hand. Do you have Asia scoring? You don't. So we'll place an op in Laos. They've got CIA in containment. So they'll presumably, sorry, UNI in containment. They'll probably use containment AR. We'll just keep loading up country count for now. It's sad to play into non-battle grounds, but we do want to rattle up those numbers in Asia. Because if we can deny Asia domination, we're in pretty good shape going into mid-war. Although we do still need to fade decol and D-style to be certain, more certain of that. But I won't be greedy. We're off to a decent start. I think the best thing to do here is to use containment. Yeah. So we won't be spacing this turn. And you take India and add more in South Korea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we are going to put 2 in Thailand in case of Vietnam revolts and 1 in Costa Rica for adjacency. No more scoring cards. End of turn. We didn't get Asia scoring. We really didn't get a spectacular headline. I guess we go Marshall Plan because if they've got a 50-50 chance of being dealt NATO, it makes it less palatable for them. And Fidel's now a space card given the fact that CIA's been and gone. Can event and repair NASA if we need to. What are the likely headlines here? Captured Nazi, Vietnam revolts, and they may hold decol and or D-Star, which is unpleasant for us. So we do want to get into Angola after the opening coup. But that's not enough to stop us using Marshall Plan to make NATO less attractive. Captured Nazi or Korean War, or Vietnam revolts likely to go off here, I think. Well, the Vietnam revolts isn't that good for them, is it? A bit frustrating for them. Captured Nazi, or if they're holding defectors, decol or D-Star. Decol, I guess. Well, enough speculating. Let's wait and see what comes out. Prime objective is definitely to keep country count high in Asia to deny domination. If we can do that, decent shape. Decent shape. So space Fidel and event and repair just about everything else if we can. Holding Suez for blockade. Event and repair socialist governments. If we play independent reds into Egypt and try and push into Libya, we can then event Nasser after the fact. There we go. Captured Nazi. Fairly standard headline there. We'll put one in Canada with special relationship gone, get closer to NORAD. That's fine. So now NATO is an unpalatable 4-op card, but might not stop them using it. And the coup on Panama's likeliest. Although we've got a decent cushion on points, knowing that Decol and or D-Style are fairly likely to be in their hand means the game's not that open yet. Okay, well, we're going to get a coup off. Oh, but they can flip Thailand. Alright, well, Asia is unscored. So I think we have to defend Asia first. So that's well played. So Panama, yeah, good but not good enough. We'll take Vietnam and move into Egypt. And now we're going to have a hard time with our remaining cards. We may have to use socialist governments to relocate influence. That was nicely done with Decol, but I don't want to be giving up Asia domination for a couple of one stability battlegrounds we may get a crack at later. But good to get Sophie's choice. And now we know that we're not going to get blockaded. Alright, we're going to event socialist governments and repair. We'll take Algeria before de Gaulle. got you an intervention, of course, so they're saving that for NATO, I guess. If they flip Lao Cambodia, we'll take the Philippines and press into Taiwan. Nuclear test ban still unaccounted for. Thankfully it looks like D-Star probably is too. Let's hope we get dealt that next turn. Flipping Lao only takes it to 6-6, so I can then take Philippines. Unless they've got NATO or nuclear test ban, they're likely to have to use... Oh, they had D-Star as well. That's awfully good for them. Ooh boy. That's not nice for us with the hand we have. We're going to respond by spacing Fidel. Are we going to hold Fidel through the turn? 4, 5, 6? We could do, actually. Alright, we event and repair de Gaulle, frustratingly. Giving up a lot of ground around the world doing so. C'est la vie. I'll have to hope there's time to repair all that. Here comes UNI. And it's on NORAD. Pretty good. Yep. We will space Fidel. We get there. There you go. Every point counts. But we're now very worse for wear in the mid-war regions, and with CIA gone. So we're going to have to be hoping for a decent break of the mid-war cards. Yeah, big jam of France. Very nicely done. So we'll have to use Nasser to put an extra pip in France. That's embarrassing. Socialist governments in Suez are in our hands, so we can event special relationship to repair France. So we get a lucky dodge there. Okay. NATO's gone. We got defectors, Asia scoring, Vietnam revolts. They got Korean War, nuclear test ban, and Olympic Games, and Truman Doctrine. We got Indo-Pakistani War. And we got redealt Fidel. Special relationship. And .gov. What have I added that I don't have? Oh yeah, I'm no longer having NASA. So special relationship seems like straightforwardly the correct play here to repair my damage there. If I'm lucky, they'll drop Europe scoring. Chance to be a fine thing. Getting purged here hurts a lot. But they know I'm holding defectors. And I suspect they think that's going to be a likely headline. They've only really got Korean War out of the earlier deal. If they gamble and headline Truman Doctrine thinking I'm going to defect it, then I get to clear France out and put 2 into, I guess, Canada in case NORAD triggers. Cambridge 5, that is good for them. Because 1 into Thailand and flip. But I have time to do something about that. And even if they flip Thailand, it's 6-6. So there's time for me to drop Asia scoring without being dominated. Where seems smart? Indonesia, and then use the China card to flip Laos and Indonesia. Gets domination, but gives up the chance of a coup, amongst other things. Although I'm, of course, left with a lousy batch of ops. Let's see what they go for. With nuclear test ban, they could go Indonesia and flip Indonesia and Laos, Cambodia, which would put them 7-5. That's not shabby. In that circumstance, I may have to take the coup and eat the ops differential. Eat the domination. So I'm hoping they'll just go Thailand. Yes. Domination is another 4 points, so yes. Now's the time to drop Asia scoring, even though I'm giving up the chance for coup. But I've picked up the China card. Egypt seems straightforwardly the best place to coup, because that also secures domination in the Middle East. A one-op coup, though. Alright, we'll pop 2 in Egypt for now. Because we've got Indo-Pakistani war still to come. If they want to use 4-ops nuclear test ban to take Egypt with Sadat coming, that would be silly, but they can do it. Good time to try that. Unfortunate for them. Unfortunate for me, I have precious few ops. So I'm going to space Fidel. And if I'm lucky, I'll space Suez as well. They should be spacing here in riposte. Although they don't have a great number of cards they want to play. Ooh, that's one. And they fail, lucky for me. So we'll space Suez. Oh boy, when it runs well for you. So their 4 cards should be Nuclear Test Ban, Korean War, Olympic Games, and Truman Doctrine. They've had enough of farting around with law cards. Alright, we'll event socialist government. Oh, We will not. We'll use Vietnam revolts now. In case they have... Oh no, wait, we know what they're holding. Korean War, Olympic Games, and Truman Doctrine, so it doesn't really matter. Truman to take Vietnam? Yep, okay. I suppose I did invite the overprotection there, but we'll finish getting our mill-ops. 5 or 6. Well, when it's running well for you, it's running well for you. Poor guy. I guess nuclear subs is fairly sassy here. Nuclear subs gives us the best opportunity to wreak havoc. Although, of course, they'll be looking to cause trouble in Europe and other places in the process. But it still seems like the likeliest play. Yeah, let's go nuclear subs. Let's set our stall out. Will is a good start for him. Is he going to follow it up with a press on West Germany? Although, of course, he's holding Truman. We know he's holding Truman. Oh, that was unusually kind. So let's drop Southeast Asia scoring before anything terrible happens. Keep DEFCON up for now. We're going to use the China card and then take it back with Nixon, I think, to make sure we get some high-op cooing. Space decol. If Muslim Revolution, then Sadat. Or that may be a hold card. That's nice for me. Could have made a run at the Middle East scoring. They could have made an easier run at Middle East than me. So we'll keep tempo up. Space decol. Great. We can actually space socialist governments to try and get the 3 VP square. And if we're unfortunate to get blockaded, we give up one of our own cards. But the chance for 3 VP in space is nice. There's Olympic Games, so we now don't know what's in their hand at all. So we'll take our first coup now. And it's not great. But we do have Millops. And we can use Nixon to take back the China card. With Fidel in space, we can put 3 ops in Cuba, which is a safe way of dropping Central America scoring. Colonial off to space is a great shout by them, and they are very unlucky once again. But they've also indicated that they're not holding South America scoring. So we can always finish the turn with a coup on Colombia if they don't put pressure in other areas. So Central America now drops for nothing, which suits us fine. Ooh, that's nice for us. Event and repair. Ooh, going big guns. Let's call their bluff. And threaten one domination for another. Haiti. Central America is sufficiently weaselly that we'll take 1 VP off that. Middle East scoring gone. Might cool Angola to level up country count. May use Nixon just to try and maximise our chances. Ooh, gives us the China card back. Ooh, he gets Algeria though. Nice work. Ooh boy. Well, the unscored regions look pretty nasty, don't they? Let's coup Angola on Sudan and hope for a big roll. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3. Good enough. Oh, and we can ask not away Africa scoring. That's nice. And OAS to play into Argentina is nice. And we've got UN intervention if Arsenal returns. Although we could UN intervention flower power, I guess. Do we hold Arsenal? Maybe not. Africa's nasty. Ooh boy. Choices. Let's plug everything in first. Africa scoring. Arsenal. SOTGov we know. Nixon we know. OAS. EEU. Flower. UN. Cuban Missile Crisis. Cuban Missile Crisis is nice because it doesn't let them coup. Which means if we then get dealt lone gunman through us knotting, we can... Yeah, so do we like Cuban Missile Crisis here? No coup. Chance to flip Africa. It's either that or Arsenal away everything to begin. Let's go Cuban Missile Crisis. It's probably more speculative. But if they flip Angola, we can event OAS. And if they move into South America, we can flip Zaire and start to try and turn Africa around for domination for us, which also allows us to hold Ask Not. Okay, great. So we event OAS. And we didn't get quagmired, which is always nice. But we are Ask-Notting away Africa at this point. So we'll also ditch flower power. Hmm. Okay, so we will... What are we going to do? We'll tap Chile and move into Uruguay. For now. Just to keep pressure up there. We need to remember when we do eventually coup Colombia, we're still at a -1 because of lads, just because they can't coup. So they have to respond by taking Brazil. That's smart. Let's ask not now. And if you've got South America scoring, well done, but you're not getting... Africa. Yeah. Oh, VOA and Purge, that's nice. And we can UN away Liberation Theology rather than play it. Choices. Okay, let's see where this goes. Yeah. Covers domination in South America and puts Poland, right? Right, we got VOA, Purge, and Lipthy. So the question is, what can we do with VOA? We could clear up Africa a bit, although South America is a bigger threat, not least since AR7 VOA maybe? Not sure about this. Let's jam Brazil to start. Because we can always use the China card and take back take it back again with Nixon. Although that then means cultural diplomacy is the last China card mover. The upshot of jamming Brazil is we do have Voice of America to really render them miserable there. enough. Okay, I get the message. Alright, we'll get our mill-ops. We'll still coup Colombia. We may use the China card to jam Chile next. And then VOA R7 potentially. At least we should get another couple of mill-ops here. Africa is a problem to be fixed later. But it is still a problem. Right, we'll use the China card to jam Chile. It doesn't jam it, it makes it 4-4. Curses! Ooh, ABM and Brush War are still in the deck. Just a little bit behind on my login. Ooh, this is a bit of a crossroads. If we use Voice of America to clear out Ecuador, Peru, and one from Chile, we could then move into Ecuador and Uruguay to try and level up country count. It's not the greatest use of Voice of America. But then we can take Ecuador, Paraguay with the China card and then take Nixon back with the China card later. It's kind of rotten, but I'll do it. Because I've got to attack the unscored region. Not happy about that. I've seen much better uses of Voice of America. But I also feel like we need to do what we can to defend against a rapid South America scoring. And now only Allende really. Well, and Brush War, of course. Brush War's bad. And ABM. Ha! There's tons of cards. But we can use the China card here to take Ecuador, Uruguay, and cover Argentina a bit. And then we're 4-4 in Battlegrounds if we can drop South America scoring in. Ooh. So now we take Peru, Uruguay, cover Argentina. And plan to take the China card back. Oh, didn't event it. Oh, we got Europe scoring. Europe scoring's nice. So Allende is discarded. But we did get Lone Gunman, which isn't great. So I think we can bear trap here, right? Or duck and cover. Although, if we bear trap, then we can coup, which means we can also then claim arms race. And then we're very close to getting over the top. Arms race plus Europe is... Although arms race is 3VP and duck and cover is 3VP and denies the coup. And there's going to be a Milops battle for South America anyway. Choices. So Brezhnev makes the trap more attractive. I think we'll duck and cover and get our 3VP. Because then we can go Europe scoring. And if they use the China card, we can... Yeah, let's use duck and cover. If we get some coup counter coup going, arms race might get there. If they give us a VP, Europe scoring wins anyway. It's getting close. I can feel relatively good at the moment. Although of course an Argentina brush war makes South America control. What we probably want to do is realign Chile ASAP. So is this a coup on Peru? Wise. Ooh. Not very successful for them. So shall we blandly repair and get them to take another crack? Or do we overprotect? We'll overprotect because we're not gonna get anywhere with arms race. I'm going to use puppet governments because I'm asking myself the question, if you don't know what to do with that other op, why use the higher op card? Puppet's really only good for getting into Saudi at this point. So we use the lower op card and invite him to coup again. They've still got plenty of red cards. We will bury you, Muslim Rev, Cult Rev, OPEC. Big cards. OPEC, they want to play for the 3VP, really. But Alliance, Camp David, Grain are all unplayable. Is Independent Reds in the pile? I may not have tracked that one properly. It is not. Okay. So they may take another crack. If they coup Peru with the China card, which they're not. Okay, they're going influence. Oh, jammin'. We'll repair. Gives us a little buffer in the Middle East and Asia. Ooh, nicely done. You gonna come through with it, or are you gonna tap France again? Oh boy. We'll now use missile MV because they need 5 ops to take France there. And I just want to make it look like we're doing what normal people do in this circumstance. But if he jams France now, we drop Europe for 0. We're not getting over the top this turn. That was well-timed missile MVing. And now I wish I'd bear trapped him sooner. Although there probably would have only been 1 AR in there. If you coup on Colombia here, I'm going to take France back. Okay. Alright, you win. Not happy about that, but well played. Came through in the clutch there. Back to realigns on Peru. Coups on Peru. We will try and realign Chile. Blech. That did not go well for us. So this game will be going into the reshuffle. Maybe I should have, I don't know. I could have not tapped Peru back up and taken Europe scoring when I did. That's probably better, because I suppose they have to respond to me being on 19 VP. Ruined the tempo there, I think. In retrospect, Europe scoring AR1 was the best play. Yeah. Oh well, lesson learned. Let's cover France again, because that coup didn't achieve a lot as I can counter coup. I'm loath to event Nixon before seeing Cultural Revolution, but starting to run out of options. I either have to play it for ops or the event towards the end of the turn. Man, ABM, Brush and Salt are all still in the deck. And Grain Sales. Whew. The deck is stacked. That's a lot of influence. So we will use Kitchen Debates to coup with Columbia Hope for not a 1, which we get. We get a not 1. Okay, could have gone worse. We will not take the China card. And we will try and retake France before the reshuffle. So instead of being higher up, I don't know, that was not great. We get ABM though, and we get grain, so they have brush war. But we can use ABM to repair France, of course. Let's read their hand first. Brush and Salt. Alliance. Emit. Muslim Rev, Cultural Rev, OPEC. I make them. Muslim Rev, Alliance, Brush, Cultural, OPEC, Emit, Salt. And we got ABM, Camp, Grain, One Small Step, Portuguese Empire. Right, we still get to peak. But I like ABM Treaty. And then try and event Lone Gunman safely. To get it out the deck. It's ABM or grain sales here. Grain sales is more often than not pulling a 3-op card. We know 7 of their 8 cards. Muslim Rev, Alliance for Progress, Brush War, Cult Rev, OPEC, Emit, Salt. But then if we use ABM Treaty to repair France, we can always grain something later. Let's use ABM, as it's still a chance to get rid of Lone Gunman. Yeah, that's the safest way to deal with Europe, and we don't want it to degrade horribly. NATO's means Italy is unbrushable. Now they need to ops war for West Germany. Or use Muslim Rev for ops, which makes them queasy. They know most of our hand, so eventing Lone Gunman's not unreasonable in a bid to get it out the deck. We need to do something about Africa, of course, because one well-timed Africa scoring is a kick in the stats. Oi! Knock it off. Come here. Thank you. Gonna have a go, though. Gonna use Cultural Revolution to take it back. Oh boy, what do we think? And let's now use grain sales. we can now sort ABM. And transport of Viet, you might get realigns. Of course, Brush War's still in the deck. So there's still a lot to play for. And we don't know what's come in the reshuffle. The coup in Argentina may have just been opportune, of course. There's still an awful lot to cogitate. But I think they do well to take Argentina now. Korev takes it back. So we'll retake Argentina, what with the situation being what it is. Oh no, no, okay, we'll put 2 in. And 1 in France. Yeah, that'll do for now. We know they still have Muslim Revolution, Alliance for Progress, Brush War and OPEX. They might still be looking for a 50-50 brush. And Argentina still seems more attractive than Panama. Okay, so now we event camp David and hope they don't immediately hold Middle Eastern scoring. If they don't immediately hold Middle Eastern scoring, we can event Sadat. And then take Israel. Need to remember to event Bloody Lone Gunman at some point this turn. I would be right. Ah, emit of course doesn't trigger. So we'll retake Argentina here and see if they take the Brush War. OPEX worth 4 VP, so we do want to event Sadat and trim that a little. Puppet governments is now attractive because it can go at Iran and Saudi. Well, though I have access to Saudi now. It can certainly go Iran. Africa's still a problem as well as South America. Ugh. Not nice. So they've got Alliance, Brush War, OPEC and one other card. Wants the 4 VPs. Alright, we'll event loan gunman now. Show the handoff. You now have perfect information. But I'm going to have a crack at Chile. Let's hope that the unknown card isn't missile envy. This game's far from over. Need Milops, need to repair Middle East. Africa's a big problem. South America's an inch away from filling. Okay, here comes the fabled Chile realign at last. And I lose an op. That's karma. There's no other word for it. Definitely brought that on myself. So now is definitely the time for them to take a brush war on Argentina if they're going to. Before the next realign. If indeed there is one. So I also need to coup this turn. Although I may respond by coupping Venezuela AR7. Boy. This is going to late war. Alright. I guess we will take... Well, God, what do I do? Panic. I will coup Venezuela. And I will not raise DEFCON, obviously. And it fails badly. Get my Milops, though. But have left a clear run at Argentina domination. Oh! Embarrassing. Asia for 2. Sadat needs to drop. Colonial rear guards can do some stuff. Oh boy, that was embarrassing. Nicely done. Defcon is 5, must remember that. So we know they're holding Brush War. Purge isn't a bad headline. If they drop Africa scoring, we use colonial rear guards to break domination. If they do Middle East scoring, we events it out. If they do neither, I'm not sure what we do. I've made a real hash of this game though, blimey. Che's going to coup everywhere. So we will purge. Because we can't reveal Asia scoring. So are you going Asia? Or are you going South America? South America it is. It went moderately for you. First coup. Oh, this is a nasty board. I could easily go from +8 to -8 in the blink of an eye. Ooh, dear. Oh, boy. That is not a good start. So we'll event Sadat to level up Middle East and start a coup war there. That seems like the best thing to do. Oh dear. Oh dear dear. Do we drop Asia scoring for -2? What we'll do first is repair West Germany against the reformer. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Still need to do something about Asia. But of course, if they're holding Middle East, we want shuttle diplomacy to help us out here. Russia and Egypt makes Israel very alignable, though. Right, we'll have a coup on Libya. Oh, that's not a bad coup on Libya. This game is much tighter than I'd like it to be at this stage. Ugh. Much tighter. So we'll use colonial rear guards to repair that. I hope that does not telegraph too much that we hold Asia scoring, but it may. I'm hoping it just looks like a riposte. Okay. So we can now drop Asia scoring safely. The reform is a problem at the moment. Yep, you probably should have used China. Missed the chance there. Could still get this in final though if you press the case. We'll overprotect France. Do you have South America scoring? Because now would be a great time to show. Argentina. Oh boy. That is bad for me. That is very bad for me. Well, I'm not winning with war games anytime soon. Okay. Duck and cover? Terrorism? Not while hands can't. I guess Middle East scoring. Yeah. Let's do that. Participate. Oh, wow. Let's see if they're holding Central America scoring. Yeah. So what do we like? Man, South America is a problem, but the fact they use Central America first means they're not holding South America right now, which means I can take a coup on somewhere else. If I terrorize away Europe scoring, I'll feel very sad for myself. Let's coup. Let's coup Colombia with a 1-op card while I don't know what I'm doing. And get a decent result. Now I've got the 2VP ABM on Glasnost for Venezuela. Oh dear. He gets there. Of course, I did have the option to try and space something, didn't I? Didn't think that through. We'll now take the ABM now I've made this bed for myself. Oh, that was not good. That's an easy repair. Oh dear. This is coming unhinged. Let's start getting domination around the place to try and offset one from the other. This game is finely poised. Yeah, so we're entrenching our positions, are we not? I'm hoping that turn 10 AR7 gives me the edge. Oh boy. Do we space Aldrich Ames and run the risk of being dealt South America scoring? Because Aldrich also allows us to dispose of Ortega if it comes up. Let's event terrorism and hope they don't have Europe scoring. Chernobyl. Okay, so we'll use war games. And we'll overprotect in Europe. Oh boy. Oh man, this game has been messy for me. Iran-Contra, right, so do we missile envy here? I think we do. What are you going to hand me? Probably Cal? Arms race? Cal. So no coup. Do you have a scoring card? Well, that's the clock, so I don't know if he'll lament his loss of time. But we'll keep playing it through. As it's quite interestingly poised. Okay, so now we've got time to play, as it were. Where are we at? Africa's 11, so 19 VP for him. Now he's flipped Central America against 8 VP for me. I've got some work to do, for sure. So I suppose the thing to do is how I learned to get some coups in South America and Africa. So let's go to DEFCON 5. And we can see if we can get some licks in Venezuela. Africa and South America, though, both problems. I don't know, this gives up almost as much as it takes. Ooh, turning Central America very slowly but surely. Let's just repair that before it gets any worse. Oh, youch. Have a first coup on Venezuela, and it's big. So what do we do? Do we coup Brazil here? Because they're +1 to realigns, aren't they? I think maybe we counter coup Colombia again, which only has a 33% chance of... Ooh. Ooh, an interesting gambit. Very interesting. So with Iran-Contra in play, these are both 0 realigns. What does the coup on Brazil yield? 50% of the time cleared out. I think that's the gamble. Let's do it. Yeah. So AR7 tap Africa to deny domination if not presence. Interesting. Ooh, we get 2 VPs here. That's unlucky. Overprotected, overprotected. Yeah. So now we play into Brazil and we level up South Africa. So yeah, the game was probably Europe's, USA's anyway, but only by virtue of South America not dropping. So AR7 will try and secure Central America domination and go from there. But I hope that was interesting, even as an object lesson. I think I could certainly have played this game better. I think the realign here when I should have taken Europe domination was a major error. I never stood a chance in Africa. I was lucky to ask not it away once. So it's 13-9 at the moment. Yeah, overprotect so you get Africa. I get another VP from the China card. So as things stand, you're getting 13 and I'm getting 10 and I've got a buffer. Alright. So it's now impossible to break Africa, but we can get an extra couple of EPs there. And then it's just, we can't do anything in South America, so it's just tapping another battleground for an extra VP, right? And then the game ends. 13, 15, 19, 20 with the China card, minus 2, 13 is 7. Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed that, despite it was slightly mad. It looks like, thanks to Europe scoring being in their hand, it would have ended the same way. Fun times. Oh well. So that's 2 games I've won on time, which is sad, but at least this time we got to play it out and see how it shook out. But yeah, if South America had been in their hand instead of Europe, the game might well have ended differently, right? It would have been a 13 VP swing. So there you go. Strange times. Okay, so as it played, I would have won in final anyway, but we'll have to log it as time for the purposes of the ITSL reporting. Thanks for watching. Comments are welcome, because I definitely hashed up along the way, didn't I? And the luck did break my way, but we got there in the end. So there should be a match this weekend against Alfonso. We're looking to try and find a time, and I think there's one the same again next week, which is my last one before the holidays. So we've got a couple more games coming, and we'll see if we can rearrange that one with Tucho, because he had a power outage, which meant I couldn't stream on the weekend. But I'll keep you posted. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Comment as always. I would love to hear how I could have played better. And thanks a lot. Until next time, bye. Thanks a lot.